guy? Really? You
said it's a joke.
trust this guy. This guy is never going to know what it's like to be me.
They look stunned as Jamari storms off.
I'm going to go wait in the car.
And this
Crazy, man.
speaks up in support.
I can tell you. I'm a teacher. That's all I'm thinking of.
Mercer County, America X, folks. Oh man, as long as the coffee hot, I shouldn't run down the subject matter. Why she gotta be so pretty though?
How is this guy ever going to get to me?
He's even got advice on how Jamari can
They crazy, man. To East Side High for you friends I land. So spend the good old East Side High. Yeah. I wanted to say something to Morgan Freeman a little while ago because I saw them being a little misrepresented with this AI that they featured on Facebook a little while ago. Now they backing out of it. It's like, you know what I mean? Morgan Freeman, I know you did some stuff when you was younger, like acting like a pimp and did some stuff like that. But when you really motivated onto the acting scene, you know what I mean, majorly by representing Joe Clark, Patterson, New Jersey, you really got into a cult classic and something that became an asset and a national treasure to people who live in New Jersey. So it's like you're not really like a star, but you like a Frederick Douglass that actors. I feel as though by way of that, you know what I mean. It should modify the priorities that regurgitate your issues with regards to how you relate in the aging. You gotta age like people grandmas and grandfathers. You don't want to age like Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy went out. He was the same age as my mom. It was you know, Charlie River Phoenix, something like that. So you get to enjoy your career to the end. You might want to do something like Tina Turner and just stop. I mean, it's just too pursuing. You don't want any more roles. You want to share time with your family. I remember when your granddaughter got murdered. That was pretty sad. You know what I mean? Your grandchild used to like her and spoil her and stuff. I remember somebody got to her. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're not that. But I mean, as far as it goes, you're not going to be represented with any roles that do anything but compromise you. But as it is, you presented yourself. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, something like that, when you came out with that role that you iconized. You made that an issue with how it is you portrayed that, and that is what brought you in the Oscar territory. But you can't be lackadaisious and start having drinks with Catherine Zeta-Jones. You know what I mean? And what's his name? Michael Douglas. I mean, because they different. It's like if she really married to Michael Douglas, why is her name Catherine Zeta-Jones? And who is, Jones if she really Spanish, like a Spanish woman? So it's just weird. I'm just saying, don't be that weird. It's Black History Month. You very well may be indicated and implemented into that, later on with regards to your works as a lesbian. So I'm just saying, I had a lot of respect, but hands down, one of the most iconic movies I know in my life that represents New Jersey, like Miracle on 34th Street represents New York, or King Kong represents New York, is Lean on Me, and it has to do a lot with regards to what has been and what's going on with education in New Jersey. New Jersey is, the North's most exotic, Seattle, Washington. That I can state for a fact. with or without issue. I'm going to take a moment to mix this and make sure something's going on. It's certainly going on. I mean, I didn't want to break from this to do this, but in this house, if I turn the oven on to cook something, and then I turn it off, like broiled or 3 or 4 or 500 degrees, and step away from it. Sometimes sometimes it'll turn itself back on, and it won't turn off, and it will stay at boil. For 20. I remember this. There was this one night. I think it was early last week. Um, before I got the bill, when the oven wouldn't stop boiling, it was so weird that I unplugged the oven and it still kept. If you ever hear like somebody stepping on the gas, it was like that. It kept getting hotter and hotter. It was like 400 or 500 degrees around the oven inside the kitchen. I couldn't. It freaked me out so much. It was like water spilling from the roof, inside, and it kept getting so hot. My mom came in. She was wanting to call the electric people or whatever like that. She unplugged it or something like that, whatever happened. But it kept on going. So I've been watching that. It just now happened again. Like what happens is like the oven switch that goes from boil to 200 degrees, like it turns itself. And that's what it's just been doing. It's like it turns itself on boil. Now, in certain cases, something like that happens, it's you could really get hurt. But no, I saw Eastside High and it was real refreshing. Like what's going on in New Jersey, it's just it's immaculate. I mean, there's no way, shape, or form that Trenton, New Jersey isn't the only city that's going to receive this treatment that it's going to receive. I was talking, directing my comments to the mayor of New Jersey. I'm saying like you're being attacked by every suburb, and he could see the police. Are very informed about what's going on here. That it is. Trenton is being is being attacked with regards to citizens are being attacked by everybody that wants to overlook Trenton. But everywhere I go, it's like they disrespect. Me because I lived in Trenton once in my life, but I also lived here once in my life. I lived in an apartment complex in Ewing once in my life too. When my parents split up, that was when I was a senior in high school. And then they got back together. So it's like, I had an address in Trenton, and it's just like, they're really, really, disrespecting Trenton. The people there, Trenton, one of the highest rising, metropolises, on the planet. I mean, it's very, very aggressive and stressed. It's an international, real estate, position priority. People coming, the police are on them. I mean, all they gotta do, and what you got Young police. I mean, it made Young police. They Olden Avenue, but Young police. I mean, I can't really see Lawrence police going too much up past Princeton Pike to Burlington to Brunswick Pike from Brunswick Avenue. But Hamilton Avenue, Hamilton police, they always kind of encroaching on Trenton police territory to kind of, to kind of intimidate the Trenton population of criminals, before it is they reach it to or anybody before it is they reach it there, maybe even the Trenton police. So the Trenton police are located and are known based on that, which is I was saying, no, these insults, these racisms, that I'm facing, it's not because I'm necessarily black, it's because I'm Trenton. I mean, white people always talk about Trenton differently. But not all white people in Lawrence Township graduate from Rider College. Not all white people from Ewing Township graduate from Trenton State College or the College of New Jersey. You understand? And not all white people from Princeton graduate from Princeton University. Now Trenton houses King University. It looks like a college campus, but it's downtown across the street from the Marriott. I worked there briefly when Doug Palmer had it built. I was in there. Martin Luther King wife, she gave a speech in there. I didn't see her, but we fed her and stuff. But yeah, like that. So it's not enough room for crime, unless it's room for growth. But crime is a functional, visible position. Occupied by criminals before and after they get locked up. And some people do what they do so well, they will never get locked up. Like the whole crack cocaine, the drug game, the Wall Street, chains like Wall Street, when it is that these things got sold. It's never going to be the same. So it just puts people in a different position to, maybe they want to be magicians, something like that. I was speaking about some footage I came across. The governor of New Jersey, he's like appealing to New Yorkers on New York's hip hop rap stage, like the Power 99, New York Hot 97. Being interviewed, soliciting, legal weed in New Jersey, probably at a time when weed wasn't legal in New York. Last time I heard, it's not legal in Pennsylvania. But the legality of it, places, stuff that's expiring, and legal weed, the byproduct of legal weed, puts legal weed samples, and legal weed positions, it puts them on the black market. So ultimately, a lot of drug dealers, are selling legal weed, in the capacity that makes it that they have that level and that strength and that quality of weed on the street level. So what I'm saying is that may Phil Murray's move may have increased the peace, ultimately on the whole atmosphere of New Jersey streets. He modified it with dignities that had it that it's already being taxed. Definitely the medical aspect, but even on recreation, it's being taxed, governmentally taxed here. It's not like that California shit that happened like in 1986. California started having legal weed. They started selling, and the FBI was supposed to lock them down. So that's that. So when it works out to be less drug dealers and more room for growth, with people, with entrepreneurs, people selling clothes, people selling shoes. I want people to, listen to me. Solid colored shirts are the highest selling product feature on any street or on any population in America. It's when you start writing on it. You got Fruit Balloons on your tag. If you got a nice red sweater, red shirt, I got a green shirt. I wear a red sweater. It's like, wow. But I was talking to my individual I knew, about what he's selling. He's selling this stuff. He got Biggie Smalls face on this and that's cool. But you want a nice big red sweater. You want a nice red hoodie. You want a nice red white hoodie. You want to sell packs of t-shirts in your store. You want to sell 10 wife beaters for under $10. Do it every day, and that's what you sell. And then I tell, like I say, you go to H&M, you go get your jeans, you go get 20, 30 pair of jeans from H&M, and then you buy shirts, solid color shirts. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is. No, nothing. Solid color shirts, no blue. Blue not really creative. You want white, you want red, green, and blue, because blue, you got the Cookie Monster, and blue has so many variations. You got sky blue, you know what I mean? You got ocean blue, you got sea blue, you got that, you got turquoise. So blue change. You get a blue shirt that have like 20 different shades of blue on it. So blue is just it can be very boring or scary. You got navy blue. So I mean blue's not actually black, but I mean black don't do it, blue do. Black or gray. So red, white, and blue. Navy blue, that's the most compassionate, color of blue that I do like a navy blue shirt. That would be nice. I had some navy blue jackets. So that let me get around here. I've been watching this channel. I mean, it might have led to controversy, but as it's advertised, it has more movies than Netflix, and it's free. And I've been finding, that this is a nice alternative to Netflix, and it's Tubi, Tubi. It's like you see stuff and you think that it only got like 6 movies on it. It really had it says it got like 60% more movies or more than that than Netflix, And if you watch it, what I mean, Netflix is going to, what I mean, pee their pants and hate you or something. So I'm doing Hoodlum. I've been watching Hoodlum for the past like month, ever since I started researching it, watching Hoodlum. Man. But let me go ahead and get this coffee done. I mean, matter of fact, I was just watching John Quinones and shit. What's going on with that? So yeah, that's real. That really bothers me. They popped that shit up on behind me. There you go. We on John Quinones on now, man. Gotta take the spoon out. Sipping now.
So the question is, what would you do? Coming up, stories ripped from the headlines. Or just ripped.
I can't drive you there.
When drunk parents try to put
So
who puts his father behind a car? And when managers put kids to work.
what would you do? That's kind of cool. I don't mind that. My barber, man, I gotta give him a heads up. Like now, I'm gonna start featuring, my haircuts on on social media. Including my barber into it. I mean, he let people know he a master barber, so that's probably how he got to, get this close to, making me look so good. With regards to that, his guidance. I went and got my wave cap. So it looked like we moving on. My hair kind of long, so I'm gonna position myself in a way to have it that I'm ready. Get my hair cut. But I got a certain way he cut my hair. To ensure that he cut my hair like that. I'm gonna make sure he ready for his close up. He get on, he like, he do it like that. So I'm gonna put him up in there, showcase his work. I might have one of the best haircuts, that I had in years, maybe like I've my hair been treated, in recent weeks better. It's been treated in decades. Maybe since 2001. So
This man is roped in home. It's a cause he feels is so important. He actually leaves his store next door to a citizen.
So I can yell as what would you do? It's like hard to find it. It's supposed to come on Sunday. Here it is. I got it here today. See right here? I see right there? That's how long my hair is. See it coming out?
While she buys one final break.
I gotta handle that. I get that handle. So God get handled. See it's coming out. It's coming out of line. I mean, that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Man. So anyway, you know, it's the temperature. It's so exotic. It's exotic temperature. So the Super Bowl, like I said, that's really what I'm doing, how I'm doing, where it is I'm at, what it is I'm doing with my time. Where we at? Let me check me out. See what I'm doing. All right, we full, man. It's very rare that my battery gets so full, so I'm gonna mark around real quick. You know what I mean? See what's up. Just the oven I'm talking about. Like I just heard a click, you know what I mean? I mean, it'd be real stupid if the oven turned on right now and, you know what I mean, it's in I caught it and shit. It's like, word is bond. It turned on right now. I caught it. Look at it. And look how close it is. I just walked in and then the oven clicked a little bit to the right. You see it? You see the oven light? It clicked a little bit to the right and check it out. It's going full fledged. What happens is somebody that is not here had turned my oven on, had modified that. Just now when I walked in, I just walked in, I heard it click. You know, I showed you these. Listen to this. You see that? You see this? Let's see if you can see it. You see that plug? That's a test. So what's going on is it's just real things. I walked in my and this is, I mean, apparently this is how you turn it off, folks. You see that on? It's on off now. It's on off now. Now it's not off. I mean, and the thing is, because it's off, it's supposed to be off. It's supposed to be off. But if I put it on 200 degrees, it's gonna go to 200. No. I don't want to make a show. I just want this to be off. So let me turn this light on real quick. So you can see this goes off. It's off. But I was just talking about it. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's so important what I'm saying that I have to be, you know, separated from what I'm talking about too. And I just made sure the oven was off. There's no broken appendage, nothing like that. It's off. Even if it was on board, it ain't nothing that's doing like that. Nothing. Off. And that might add to it. All it is, it was off when I walked in, but I heard a click. And then I went in for further inspection. So whoever is like, you know, I mean, really watching this stream, you know, is sitting by way of buttons that they're doing, and it gets extremely hot. Now you understand when it's off and it goes on, it automatically goes on a boil. And it gets hot enough to heat the whole house 10 times over. 10 times over. So I mean, it wasn't on last night. It wasn't on last night, so it's definitely off now. It's definitely off now. It's definitely off. It's off now. It's off. You see, it's off. So I'm gonna close this. Walk away from. It doesn't have a traditional pilot light. Yeah, man. And that's the specimen of what it is that occurs. It's like, I just woke up. I don't have food to cook all day, and you know what I'm saying. So now it's not a speciality. It's a position upheld by the gas company, power company. Now what you see is when this goes on by itself, the gas is burning to cook something. But all right, it just got turned off. The gas isn't burning to cook nothing. But when this is going on, the gas is burning to cook something. You understand what I'm saying? So they pump this to run my gas bill up or kill me while I'm sleeping in my house. So now it just turned off, so nobody wants to kill me. But since this is plugged in, like I said, it ran automatically by itself all night. I walked around it and it would not turn off. When I unplugged it, it would not turn off. So I plugged it back up to let it continue to do what it does. It's that this is actually operated by some type of mechanization that I'm really not affiliated with. But anything to disturb something. I mean, what I could do is open this window up. That's what I'm going to try to do. Like I'm saying, the Super Bowl tomorrow. What we got? We got Super Bowl Sunday. So, like I said, about that, I was like misrepresented as to the Super Bowl. Last time I really watched the game was, I don't know. It was like last week, the week before last week. The Eagles were out, so no, they didn't come back. I don't know how good they was doing, but they got beat by somebody. So that's that. How it looks, I'm saying was doing what it's doing. It could be my oven, but it's real hot outside. We got the biggest snowstorm we got in New Jersey, I think. And when we got the ice storm, it snowed one time this year. Since December came, and now it's February. So I mean, what did it snow in January? And we got 3 to 5 inches, 3 to 4 or 5 inches. It was one time, it happened recently, and then after that, it's been like yesterday was 60 degrees. So what I'm saying is, based on that, what's going on, maybe possibly with global warming or something like that, is it's not going to get cold anymore. It's not going to get cold anymore. So what's happening is that, like I said, I was saying that was I saying America? Did I say Central America was going to turn into something like Hawaii, weather-wise? It's getting hot. As it is, I was outside. Looks like they have a .com that appeared, in Mercer County on this street in Stokes Avenue. August, after it was that the person who started the .com, called the police, 1 or 2 times or something like that from inside his property. I came home from being incarcerated. It was this .com sign up, with leasing, Stokes.com something. And that plays into, what it is that the police, abided with their activity. They really make their scene on Sunday when nobody's at work. As it is that guides to the police's tactics in Ewing Township. They had they intercepted me and parlayed with regards to that, which is really the right of Google, Facebook and these apps, and position themselves as a problem. But they did it, at a time when nobody was at work, no garbage men. Because I feel as though they felt that if they did something like they did, where I got all the cops doing their civilian priority led investigation, which they only said that it was something about gas. They said it's something like gas, some type of gas leak or something gas. Had they done that 4 hours later, they would have been outed to every person in Trenton, New Jersey, because basically a lot of people from West Trenton work at this recycle center. But North Trenton, it's almost around the corner. But yeah, I understand North Trenton is like side by side with West Trenton. It's not exactly side by side with East Trenton or what they call Chambersburg or Warwick section, but it is side by side with South Trenton. And this is very low. This is very close to West State Street. So what the police didn't want to do is have the Trenton government or the mayor of Trenton find out, or anybody who lives in Trenton. The next door neighbors to my immediate left may not even have been home. But after that happened, there were things that had to that they were trying to communicate to the garbage can and the trash workers, that I caught something about shooting me or something like that. Because it is that the people who work for the recycling center, they weren't informed about the little adjustment and the little coaching and the guidance that the fire company, the volunteer fire company, the fire company's commander, these police officers and these first responders, these emergency vehicles, they weren't informed about that. They've been out here to put a fire out, and in that building that I passed this morning, they put a fire out there. I was out there. I couldn't get the footage off. I couldn't transfer the footage. I tried to move it, but I couldn't move it. I couldn't feature it. But they now what it is we got 2 police precincts that understand and know. I know enough about Trenton, New Jersey's police, but I mean, Ewing Township, they know me. They may be privy to my high school medical records. The records from the nurses in my elementary school. Our nurse in elementary school, her name was Miss Hundley. Before this, that I used to go to, my nurse or whatever and take my medication. I take Prozac. I had Ritalin, and things like that. I used to go to the nurse because when I was in elementary school, I had this thing when I was little, my nose would bleed. So when I was in elementary school, I hit my nose like that. It started bleeding a little bit. Boom, I get out of class. I'm walking to Miss Huntley's office like, I'm cool, but I'm not in class. I go back a little bit later. I wasn't in class, so a little bit extra. But no, it's just, they didn't want people in Trenton and the public in Trenton to find out what they did that night. So the footage I have on Facebook is very controversial, based on that, with regards to how it is they came out, and did what it is that they happened to do. And with regards to the elaborate nature, the paperwork that was inundated, that was actually printed out at the Ewing Township Police Station, where the mayor of Ewing Township works, his office is in the police station. So that's why I said, he's not going to be uninformed. about real estate development in his town, his county. About leasing. About home ownership. In this county, they didn't want the Trenton public to know. So they thought, what I mean, as it is that footage, the video footage, was instrumental in getting, my YouTube channel, I mean, deleted. It wasn't strike. I didn't get a strike on YouTube. They didn't say, Michael, listen, if you do this one more time, we're going to delete you. Or Michael, we did this. We're not going to have your channel. They, what I mean, they didn't say, listen, you got 6 strikes in the 10 years, in the 13 years that you've been dealing with us. This is the last time. They did it all of a sudden. I never had a record with YouTube about, community strikes or anything. I never. So that footage is like you stay away from it, but I found a way to get to it. I was going to, chop and cut it. I like SZA because, man, I like her name. I mean, her style's a little advanced, but I was looking for it. I never even saw her close up. I really don't know what her face looked like. So, I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to, but her song is kind of dark. I mean, but I enjoy that how it should be. I feel so. So, I mean, it's you don't want to look at stars and then get attracted to them, and want them to get attracted to you. I mean, a lot of times they are. Maybe a lot of stars who are attracted to me. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, you can say I'm a celebrity to celebrities, but I'm more than a celebrity to celebrities. I'm like a god to the celebrities and shit like that. I see them and they see me. It's crazy how people see it, but people see them on the news. I'm like their news. National news is the news of, celebrities worldwide. So, um, no, they did not want that to. That's why it is that it's at nighttime before anybody goes to work. They apprehend me on Sundays. They did. It's like secret adjustment, something like that. But how they motivated, they didn't arrest me, so I wasn't upset. But I mean, as it is that I reviewed the footage, I said it's like walking around your own funeral. What I mean? And like that. It's like they were looking at me. They caught me. I was actually the target of their investigation at that point in time. They just couldn't say it to me, and they had no reason to arrest me. No probable cause, nothing. So that paperwork may have been about me, but that was something more of a secret societal, secret government action, called out by the mayor. What I mean? Immediately of immediacy based on his relationship with UN Township's residents. So, take how you see it, but UN Township, I mean, they got places out by Hopewell. That may be a borderline. Hopewell may be a borderline with UN Township. Pennington, I don't think it go to Bear Tavern Road, but it might. And Bear Tavern Road, it's a bit out, but that's a little extreme. But immediately within these parameters, UN Township is predominantly populated with African Americans. I told you, they got a street called Berwyn Avenue. Berwyn is next to Stuyvesant Avenue. No. Berwyn is next to Beechwood Avenue. Beechwood Avenue is next to Concord Avenue. I lived on Hillcrest Avenue. That's next to Berwyn. I said Hillcrest from the Ewing side, from Parkway to Stuyvesant, look raw as hell. Pretty houses, everything. I mean, on the Trenton side, it's like they mansions. But Berwyn is getting no attention. They had this girl named Rebecca. My Spanish and my French teacher, she was a Spanish lady. She lived on Berwyn. You see her. She lived on Berwyn on a block not closest to Parkway. Berwyn, they got the houses. You never seen anything like that in UN Township. They got abandoned houses that are like falling down, that get no attention, no government funding. It's not Trenton. Trenton, had these streets that I don't know who lived there, but they so decadent. They look like condominiums in Robbinsville right now. And they doing 10% at a time, 20% at a time. So based on living here, I mean, it's like I really can't explain it. It's like a newscaster or an anchor or a journalist that live in a place like Africa or that live in a place like Afghanistan, 8 months out of the year and come home. It's like that's how it is in Mercer County. Any place you could be, it could be different, you know what I mean? But it's exactly like that. So I know about everything and I get about what it is that happened with regards to me studying in college. It's just multifaceted investigation. Like, yes, I'm investigating you. I mean, my investigations come through, they pull through. I mean, a lot of social media priorities have reacted. They they reacted to me. You know what I mean? Last night, SZA, I spoke to her and she responded to me and she retaliated to my comment like my sister would, but she probably looking at my sister like, I mean, she ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna talk to Mike and shit. So that was cool. But like I'm saying, it's just that scissor shit. I recently, but um how it is I'm motivated is that no, when I was outside, there was nobody working, but the people, who across the street, that place called Pay Patrol, there was somebody working there based on something I really don't understand, but um, I know about well enough. I could take 2 shots to the videos and let it be known that's 8 minutes of footage, about 6 minutes of video, but I got to shoot the pictures a couple times, and the pictures are so controversial. They motivated worldwide action and action with regards to Google. Google a worldwide, functional, property, ordinated and managed solely from Asia. It seems right now with regards to American benefactors, Instagram. They motivated. They moved. YouTube moved. They retaliated to the controversial injustice that motivated and actually influenced and choreographed. They forced Google and YouTube's hand, for Mercer County, maybe for the last time. So these things are being brought to light about what's happening and about the judgments located with the mayor of it's not and I rarely went into what deals with the mayors because I was in Trenton, New Jersey since Tony Mack was the mayor. At that point in time, Tony Mack was communicating with me as a friend based on soldiers and motivating realities that dictated what goes on in the street directly. You know? So since I'm here, you think this is dangerous? I just heard another click, right? I heard another click, and my oven was definitely off, right? Not to really move, but it just now turned on again. Can you see the fire there? So it's like I just had said something about the mirror, and I talked about something with the mirror and Ewing, and this guy just turned on by itself. And as it is, it turned off by itself, but it's going on. And like I said, when it does that, it can do that. You don't want to unplug this because if you unplug the whole thing, then the mechanism won't work. It won't work. So it seems like it's being turned on to retaliate the things I'm saying, and the comfort it was real silent here. It was real silent. So temperature, all right, temperature here, oven there. All right, I'm gonna embed it and make sure it's not on oven. It's not on broil. It's not on 200. It's not on broil. The off is located here. It's located here. Now, what I'm going to tell you, while I know these things, I mean, look at it up close. I'll take pictures of it another day. That's real heat. That's coming from boil. Now, if I pull that out, say like this, check it out. If I pull it out like this, what you want to see is that goes off too. I'm not going to pull that off like that because if you see this here, it has a locking mechanism that makes sure you know east is west, west is west. You know, north is north. You know, things like that. So you got to put it in. You got to put it in based on the groove so it goes in. Then you turn it on. Then it turns off. Then you turn it on. Then it turns off. Then you turn it on. Then it turns off. So you got to turn it to the right to get an actual temperature, like 200, 300, 300. And then you turn it to the left to get a temperature. And then to turn it off, you turn it back to this way. So what happens is I just turned it off. I know I turned it off. And that's all that has to happen. Now it's off. So they're definitely turning my gas on while I'm asleep. Maybe it even is happening when I'm not at the house, so that they can continue to make my gas bill appear more than it is. So, as it is, I've said, with regards to these facts, it is that people from Trenton aren't really respected everywhere in Mercer County. Maybe because of how much it is Trenton individuals are located in Trenton State Prison. People from all over the world went there. They got lifers there. They have something called Mercer County Workhouse. A lot of Trenton individuals are respected there. Man, all types, white, black, Spanish, and things. I never been to a workhouse. I never been to Trenton State Prison. There was a time I was in Scare Straight. I wasn't driving at that point in time, and I went there, and that was the time I went to prison. I'm not going to prison. So that may be what it is, and like I said, but if I went to prison a couple times on that, it would be totally different. So because it is, I wasn't incarcerated. In Mercer County, the government, the mayors, the governor are treating me like I didn't graduate from high school, because it is I didn't serve 10 or 20 years in prison. And I feel as though the thing that they have against me the most is that I'm not an inmate and I've never been one. There are those who've been that. And it could be like a school. If you did 10 or 20 years, I know people who did 20, 30, 10 years with each other. Nah, man, they got in there the most merciless, rapers in Trenton. They say they rape, but some people will go to Trenton, state prison, and everybody talk about it when they get out. So it's that. It's just they can't respect somebody who's an adult, over 40 years old or something like that people understand and know that never did prison time. So they move around like, he's going to go to prison whether you like it or not. I was educated, at some of the most posthumous colleges in New Jersey, and one of the most well-known high schools in New Jersey. My kindergarten was also in New Jersey, and that makes sense. It does. But what doesn't make sense is why you never been to prison. You never went to workhouse. So as it is, without that prison record, without that prison medical record, without knowing a nurse in prison, or knowing anybody in Trenton State Prison, it's kind of funny. When my dad had moved up, he started working at the Mercer County Workhouse. And my father, Craig McClendon, and then when he moved up to Trenton State Prison, it's like he kept saying some shit, like telling me and shit, like, all right, and he really was talking about, like, he said, man, I know somebody your age such and such and such and such. He was telling me stories about people who got raped and shit like that. So my dad, Craig, you know what I mean, really Craig McClendon, he really foundated a reality that established, like, listen, if I see you in fucking prison, I'm going to motherfucking, you know what I mean, I'm not going to be able to really handle it, Mike. You know what I mean? And he was there, and so we talked, but no. You understand?